I'm pretty sure Gary Hall Senior will be keeping us well informed of what's going on.
All right, fair enough. Thanks very much for that update.
Thank you.
There's Matt Skipper joining us, Sam. Well, that's as it stands with the Falcon Strike. Certainly better news than we feared immediately after the race.
Things that Matt touched on there, the first one being that the horse does tend to look like he's racing under a little bit of pressure. He does have a skippy action, and generally Gary Hall has always maintained that there's never been a problem. I thought the other interesting one as a sidelight was that Matt mentioned Gary would be keeping him well informed on anything that was happening with the Falcon Strike in the future, obviously in relation to some of the drama that's gone on over the past 7 days.
Yes, there's no question about that. Yeah, look, a lot of people were a little bit worried about the fact that he was bobbing his head and looked a bit proppy in his action straight after the race. But as we know, horses that have had histories of leg problems can show those signs, and sometimes it's either just a warming up or a warming down thing with horses. Let's keep everything crossed that's the case with this horse, because he was the star of night one of the Inter-Dominion Series, Sam.
Yeah, geez, they really hiked along there, and in that last heat, all honours with the winner, obviously, but Lance Justice, 27 and a bit for that first quarter. I'm not sure he'd do it again if he had to.
A disastrous start, really, to the series for Sokiola, wasn't it, and Lance Justice. Probably not helped by the fact that Nola Rama got out so well in between them. She, I guess, in some ways almost shepherded Buck the Odds and enabled that horse to boot up and get through. But you've got to give credit to the winner. I mean, obviously, the combination of Mark Reid getting on to Buck the Odds, it certainly showed that last week's win was anything but a fluke. And to go a 27-7 opening quarter and run a sensational overall mile rate, Buck the Odds, that was a very impressive win tonight. Whether he can get up in distance and still run those sort of sectional times remain to be seen, but you had to be impressed with what you saw tonight.
No doubt, and off an 8.2 lead time, Adam, which was the quickest of the 4 heats tonight. Just looking ahead to the Sales Classic, this upcoming race, I'm not sure if Gary Hall and the tumultuous week that he had, it's obviously finished on a great note for him, as long as the Falcon Strike hasn't gone amiss, obviously. Mark Reid, pretty much in a similar boat. I know you were up to speed a bit more with the story, but without going into too much detail, he's had a pretty tough 7 days himself.
Yeah, an astonishing story that was appeared in today's West Australian newspaper, the main daily newspaper here in Perth, with allegations of Mark Reid going to police over a road incident involving a senior employee of the Western Australian Racing Authority over here. A little bit difficult to talk about it, but allegations were made, and I understand the police are investigating that one. So Mark obviously keen to focus back on racing as well at the height of harness racing with the Inter-Dominion Series on here. All
right, Adam, thanks for that. Just on that previous race at